Hey everyone, how's it going? It's been a while, sorry for that. I've been going through a budgeting process for everyone, so if you want to check out the videos before, that would be awesome. The last one I did was for mortgages. That is my favorite one, so that's definitely one you should check out. If you've just now seen me, my name's Dave. You should like, subscribe, and comment, and do all the YouTube things. Today we're going to actually start talking about payments and buying of smaller items, not homes or anything like that, but more like trucks, cars, SUVs, boats, stuff that we may or may not need. But that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. The first thing I'm going to talk about is I'm going to relate it to my life. Right now I'm looking at buying a truck. For a while now I've been debating getting a truck. So on the side I do woodworking. A truck is pretty necessary when it comes to woodworking, but a lot of things go through my mind when looking at a truck because they're not cheap. Smaller truck can run you up to $30,000 for anything with substantial size, an F-150, a Tundra, or anything like that. You're looking at potentially $35,000 up to $50,000 for a decent year with good mileage. And I think that's important to note, a decent year and good mileage, because if you buy a truck that's too many miles, you become issue prone or out of warranty or what have you. First thing that always comes to my mind is, do I actually need this truck? Am I going to use it as a tool, or am I going to use it as a way to look cool in front of people? Because if you're using the latter, you should probably just not buy a truck. I don't care how much you want one. I don't care how much you've dreamed of having a truck. I have always wanted a truck. I'm 33, and I'm telling you, I've never had one. Well, my first one was a truck, but it lasted about 2 months, and then we got rid of it because it was terrible. And the next one is what kind of truck? There's a lot of good trucks out there. There's Ford, well, not Dodge, but yeah, whatever you all think. The Tundra is a great truck. I won't buy Chevy, so I'm not going to waste my time or your time talking about it because Chevy sucks. Because of the company, not necessarily the vehicles. There's a long story there. But anyway, deciding which truck is actually pretty important. Are you want resale value in the future? Are you going to want a truck that's going to last a long time? The Tundra is going to be your pick. If you're going to want a truck that's going to be a little bit cheaper, you're going to want to look for the F-150, but be very, very cautious with the F-150 because after about 100,000 miles, they could potentially start having issues. That is known. That happens a fair amount of times. And the last-ditch effort is the Dodge. Dodge have a pretty good in regards to power, but they have a pretty bad rep when it comes to body and body work and rusting and those kind of issues. Next big item is miles. I have a rule of thumb. If this is going to be your daily driver, if this is going to be something you're going to want to keep for a long time, you need to be looking at vehicles sub 100,000 miles. 100,000 miles is a lot of miles. I have that on my Equinox right now, and it is another reason why I'm looking to get a new vehicle. Some people say, oh, 100,000 miles, you're just now getting broken in. Well, that's not the case anymore. Back in the day, it might have been, but they do not make trucks or anything the way they used to. I mean, they literally price out refrigerators so they do fail within 10 years. That's not a joke. I know people and engineers that have done it and worked on them. So not even kidding. So you always want to look for something with less miles on it. Personally, I'm looking for one 2018, 2019 and up. The 2021s and 2022s scare me a little bit because that is the year they had COVID. And I know how the machines came in for other things that I work with, and they were not as well put together. And I'm looking for something under 30,000 miles because I want it to be a long-term item. Now, my Equinox does trips. This will not do trips because I'm not going to be taking my F-150 or my Tundra or what have you to a 16-hour trip because it's a waste of gas and a waste of really everything. You also want to make sure to always look for the Carfax before you buy, and you want to make sure, if possible, you can get it certified either third party or manufacturer certified. That gives you the existing warranty, and it gives you the existing, hey, we've done our due diligence, this is a good truck. And that is very helpful when it comes to buying something that's going to last you for a long period of time. The time of year is very important. Whenever dealerships are starting to get in the new year, so for instance, the 2024s, they will start getting discounts and having discounts on the 2023s. And then they'll start having rebates so they can get them off the lot. Now, right now, still coming out of COVID and still having manufacturing backups, that's probably not the case like it used to be. But they still have that inventory coming in and they have to make room for it. So that's when you're going to potentially get your better deals. Again, this climate, this economy, this everything is a little bit different. I think the dealerships have the upper end because of the lack of inventory. Do not fall for the dealerships crap. There's several dealerships where I live where I will never go back because they treat you with disrespect. They don't do what's right. They're just not good. Not good people. What I mean when I say do not fall for their crap is they will constantly try to throw numbers at you at a monthly rate. It's like, oh, hey, it's only $259 or $565 a month. You can handle that in your budget. Wrong. That's not how you should buy a vehicle. A vehicle is you go in with the idea of, hey, I'm not spending over $40,000 on this whatever, and that's what you're going to do. Period. Fees, taxes, whatever it is, $40,000, that's the budget. When you start talking in terms of monthly payments, you start losing sight of the $40,000 budget that you set for yourself. Because they can tell you all day long how much you're going to pay for per month, and it's not going to end up correlating to what your actual budget is. Another thing when I go to dealerships is I leave. The first time I go there, I tell them what I want. I do a couple test drives. I walk in, I say this is what I want and this is the price. They tell you no because it's way too low, and then you leave. They may go back, they might not. Well, if you need a truck, well, go look for another one. If you can sit and wait and you have the upper hand, by all means, wait. And then if they do not call you back, oh well, go get another one. Go look for another one, but hold your ground. There's multiple times where I have left and I've had dealerships call me back and say, hey, we have this car. It's $500 over your budget. And I've said, that's cool. Come down $500 and then I'll buy it. They say no. All right. I hung up. 2 weeks later, they gave me the car for what I wanted. Out the door. That's what you need to play hardball with these people because they will try to milk you for everything you're worth. And another thing to make sure to monitor is warranties. They will try to nickel and dime you with warranties that don't matter. Now, if you want a warranty, that's fine. But also look at your manufacturing warranties. You might buy a certified vehicle. You might get all the manufacturing warranties with it. So that 6-year or 10-year or whatever year, 100,000 mile warranties are still on a lot of these vehicles if they're under that threshold already. So make sure you understand your warranties. Another reason to buy new versus, say, an older vehicle, and I'm talking maybe a 2024 or 2023 versus buying a 2020 or 2019, is because you can get all the rebates. So by the time you buy these couple-year-old vehicles that are low miles, again, you want those low miles so that you can have longevity with your vehicle, right? The key is to understand, hey, this used vehicle, I'm going to have that interest rate that's going to be pretty high, but I'm also not going to get any of the rebates. So all of the domestics usually have rebates that come with them. I'm not sure about Toyotas, to be completely honest, but most of the domestics will give you thousands of dollars of rebates. Now, say you just want to pay cash outright for a truck or a vehicle. There's also benefits to not doing that. Actually, the last vehicle I bought, I did a loan just so I could get a $750 rebate, and then I paid it off. I ended up paying like $50 in interest and saved $750. With all that being said, I really want to point out the main topic for today is that monthly payment. Don't lose sight of your budget. These dealerships and everybody will tell you, and constantly we talk in terms of monthly payments. And what we'll do is nickel and dime our monthly budget until it becomes too much for us to handle. And that's exactly where they get you. They don't care what the final price is, and they think, oh, if I keep telling you monthly payments and then not seeing what the interest is doing to you, then they can have the upper hand. They can use that monthly budget against you. I mean, if you go in with $40,000 and they tell you, oh, it's only $399 for 60 months or 72 months or 84 months, whatever term you're going to get. I've heard some people do 10 years, which is a lot and a long time to have a vehicle. So don't look in terms of months. It doesn't matter how many months. What matters is the price of the vehicle, and you're getting it for what you want to buy it for, not a monthly payment. Never forget that. That is the main point today. So this might be the last one I'm doing for budgeting for a while. I think I'm going to move more into the lifestyle kind of things of just cool stuff I'm into, stuff I like to do, personal stuff about my life, and trying to help people out who've dealt with the things I've dealt with in their lives. So with that being said, thank you everyone for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. We can chat on the little YouTube comments below. If you want to hear me talk about something specific or what have you, just shoot it in the comments and I'll talk about it. I don't care. I'll do whatever. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night.